Hello, good evening. I am Ajit Kumar Jha of NDTV, and we are doing a series here in West Bengal as we are approaching the elections on what we are calling it Bengal Mein Khela Hobe. So today my guest is Dr. Debashish Sarkar. He's professionally a dental surgeon, and he's the chairman of the borough of Asansol Municipal Corporation for the Trinamool Congress, vice president of Asansol Dakhin Town Block. So let me start straight away, Dr. Sarkar. How long have you been with the Trinamool?
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank you from the core of my heart. Since you have said at the onset of the discussion, Khela Hobe, so I can thank you for accepting the aspect that Khela Hobe is now synonymous with the entire of India, because the popularity of our legendary leader is as such. Thank you for that. And how long I have been associated with politics? I have been associated. See, if you look upon politics, this is a part of social activism.
No, which year did you join?
I joined Trinamool Congress in the year 2020.
Oh, as recent as that.
As recent as that.
Okay. So my first question is, what do you think is the main agenda in this election? In 2026, the election we are going to have, what is the main agenda?
The main agenda of Trinamool Congress that we are showcasing and the people of Bengal is accepting as they have been accepted in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. One single point agenda of the Trinamool Congress is the leadership issue of Honorable Mamata Bandyopadhyay.
So what is the leadership issue?
The leadership that she is providing, the developmental aspects that Bengal have witnessed over the last 15 years, 14 years, 6 months I must say right now, the developmental aspects and the aspect of social security. Had you been here during the CPM regime, we would not have been allowed to sit here for a panel discussion.
But that's not quite true, because I was a student in St. Patrick's during the CPM regime. But having said that, let me move ahead a little. The question is the following. On 22nd of December, Humayun Kabir has started a new political party. He is a suspended Trinamool MLA from the north. He has promised to build the Babri Masjid, and he is going to put up 135 candidates. He has also claimed that he is going to talk to various political parties, including the Congress, the CPIM, Indian Secular Front, and the MIM, Mr. Owaisi. Now, isn't that a serious threat to the minority vote banks of Trinamool?
We don't consider the BJP, from the Trinamool aspect, we don't consider the BJP as a threat in Bengal as long as we are having the leadership of Honorable Mamata Banerjee and Honorable
You didn't answer my question. I was talking about Humayun Kabir throwing a bouncer at Trinamool Congress.
You introduced Humayun Kabir in the debate as a suspended leader of TMC.
Right.
And let me tell you,
why wasn't he expelled? Why was he just suspended? That's an interesting question.
That's an interesting question you have said, but what is the difference in it? Is he himself in the Trinamool right now? No. We are not in agreement with what he is doing. We are not against any mosque.
Is he a bouncer for the Trinamool?
Certainly not. It is not even a full toss, I must say. It is a ball which will travel the entire 22 years or not. Nobody knows, but we are sure that will travel. Because
but he's
the
going
very
to put
day,
up 135 candidates.
We wish he put up 294 candidates. We would rather pray to God that he is able to put up 294 candidates, so our margin gets increased.
He might act as a vote cutter of the minority. We might not win a single seat, but remember, in 70 seats of West Bengal in 2021, the Trinamool won with a margin less than 6,000 votes. Now, hang on. Suppose he were to cut in some of these constituencies, barely 1,000 votes, 1,500 votes, he won't win, but the BJP might win.
Let me tell you first of all.
Yeah.
You have said he is a vote cutter. He is a vote cutter.
He could be. I could not say he will be.
He will not even be that. He is overhyped and overrated. I must say, I won't blame the media. I won't be saying you are doing it for your TRP, but he is overrated and overhyped. Let me tell you.
Why do you say that?
He has not been tested yet. As far as Humayun Kabir is concerned, without the symbol, he won on a Congress ticket. He was inducted into the Trinamool Congress when he said that I'm mesmerized by the developmental issues of the Honorable CM. He accepted the
But
leadership
if
of
he's
our
such a
Honorable
disgusting
CM.
human being, as you're pointing out, why did she give him the MLA ticket from
See,
the
our
constituency where he won with 46,000 votes, by the way?
Let me tell you, he won with 46,000 votes. Then at the same time, I would ask you to go for a scientific analysis why he is losing ground on a day-by-day platform. Because without the symbol
Day by
of
day, he
Trinamool
barely started
Congress,
his party on the 22nd. What do you mean, day by day?
the day he floated his party, he
22nd.
constituted or formed it, whatever it is,
Huh.
the very same
That
day.
was 3 days ago, Dr. Debashish.
Yes, let me tell you, the very same day he announced 6 candidates. His honorable candidate, I'll say honorable, I won't be using any non-parliamentary language because that is beneath my dignity.
Right.
His candidate from, if I am not wrong, Taliganj
That's right.
Assembly he was forced to withdraw citing certain reasons where I don't wish to go because that is his internal party democracy. I won't go into that. By the third day, out of 6 candidates, 3 have already dropped out. So he is left with 50%. Out of 6 candidates, if you go to the ratio of 294, how many times you need to multiply 6 to reach a margin of 294? Might be. Parties will be sponsoring him, parties will be promoting him, funding him, whatever you call that, to put up dummy candidates. But let me tell you, the electorate of Bengal will choose only and only Mamata Bandyopadhyay and Abhishek Bandyopadhyay's nominated candidates because they are tested. I would rather say what?
Dr. Debashish, you are praising...
not Saturday tested relation.
Dr. Debashish, you are praising Mamata Banerjee and her nephew
no
in
praise
such
is
a...
worth enough for her.
Yeah,
no praise is worth enough for her.
Hang on. Let me ask you the question. You just joined the party in 2021. Before that, you were in the... 2020. Before that, you were in the BJP.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So,
why I left the BJP is a big question to everybody. Though I consider myself as a very small person, you introduced myself with so many designations. I do consider myself as and only as a common citizen of India.
No, hang on. Don't give me those answers. Let me throw you a subsequent question. Are you the reverse swing of Shubhendu Adhikari?
No,
Shubhendu Adhikari, hang on, moved from the Trinamool to the BJP, and you moved from the BJP to the Trinamool. So is this like a reverse swing of each other?
It is not a reverse swing. I'll be answering 2 questions. One is a reverse swing.
Answer
the other
that
was prior
first.
to that.
Please answer that
The
first.
reverse swing. First, I will answer that. Okay. Let me tell you when I left the party. I left the party in 2020. Okay.
That is
at that point of
5 years
time.
ago.
At that point of time, everybody was jumping from the ship to join BJP. Due to certain aspects of power, the gift of power was luring somewhere. But I joined Trinamool. Why? That is the question. And if you ask me about joining Trinamool Congress or leaving the Bharatiya Janata Party, not joining Trinamool Congress, but leaving the Bharatiya Janata Party, I would say one thing. I would not ask you because since you are a panelist, I should not blame it upon you.
No,
because
that's okay.
I never refer to anyone as Godi Media because I don't do that. I don't believe that. Okay, but let me tell you one thing. Why don't you go for a perspective analysis that why 70 lakhs people of this country is living Indian citizenship? That is my question.
Okay, let's come to the SIR. You brought the issue up.
But the entire aspect of democracy is now under threat.
You have already brought the issue of citizenship. SIR is a big issue right now in Bengal. Wherever I'm going, I'm hearing this turbulence, if you want to put it, on the issue of SIR. The Matua Mahasangh is in total turbulence because they feel the SIR is hurting them. The Muslim voters of Trinamool, the vote banks of Trinamool are really scared. We just had several interviews of Muslim leaders, and they are talking about unsure. They are unsure about their citizenship, about their vote. Will they be allowed to vote? How will Mamata Didi handle this turbulence by the SIR? Every day she is attacking the Election Commission, but yet when you ask a leader of Trinamool, they'll say, no, but everything is all hunky-dory. So what do you say? How will Mamata Didi handle this SIR turbulence?
First of all, Didi has already handled the issues.
How?
The people of Bengal have already reposed their faith in Didi and her leaders.
How do we know that? That election was taken 5 years
The
ago.
overwhelming rallies that are being held against the SIR and in support of the persons whose citizenship is under threat. Because we have not put the country in this turmoil. It is the BJP who are inducing a civil war-like situation, as you said, and it is in response to a reality that we all accept. That has been put forward by the BJP, not by us. And as you said, Didi has said certain words against the Election Commission. Let me tell you, Didi has not said anything against the Election Commission. The Election Commission is partisan in certain aspects.
Well, that itself is a serious allegation.
That is a serious allegation, and that is what my honorable leader, Honorable Abhishek Bandyopadhyay, has said, and my honorable legendary leader Mamata Banerjee is saying, because what they have said, if you go by the media bites, he has said that SIR was introduced on 28th of June, if I am not wrong. And 3 days prior to that, there was a posting of Pushpa Rupam as DM Noida, and the other posting was of a gentleman of Saharanpur district. To Plum districts, 2 postings. Who were they? How were they related to the Chief Election Commissioner? The country,
so
the nation wants to know. I would drop Arnab's dialogue. The country wants to know. The nation wants to know.
Okay, hang on. So is SIR a bouncer for the Trinamool? Just answer yes or no.
Certainly no.
So then you are putting allegations, personal
we are
allegations.
Putting allegations because people has been put into a turmoil. Likewise, people was forced to.
So you accept that people are in a turmoil.
People are in a turmoil. People are forced to strong out in long queues. You have witnessed SIR in Bihar. Yeah. Have you found there the cadre sitting for you with a laptop, with a pen, computer, and whatnot, providing with drinking water, providing with food to the electorates who are coming? There is nobody to fill up the forms. As I said, the BLO is not at fault. One single person handling everything. So in Trinamool Congress, what we did, as I said, our party is the only party in Bengal which have been able to put up BLS, and I am proud of this, in all the booths, 88,000 booths of West Bengal. Not only my district, but the BJP have failed to put up sufficient BLS in the district. There are places.
So that means, Dr. Saab,
has anybody stood by the people of Bengal? It is our honorable leader.
So what Mamata Didi, being a savvy politician, what she's doing, she's attacking, in this case, an institution like the Election Commission by the questions you just raised. At the same time, she ensured that her Muslim vote banks quickly got all the papers right before the exercise began. Is that true? So she's playing a double-edged sword.
It is palpably false, because those 11 documents that has been showcased in the dossier, those 11 documents, I would never say that has been showcased by the media. That has been put forward by the Election Commission for obtaining a Indian citizenship or getting yourself enrolled correctly in the SIR process of SIR. Those documents are not being provided by the state government, because most of the document, whether you are there in the roll electoral rules of 202 or 202, that is the priority of the Election Commission, because that is in the website. We cannot change the website. And what we are objecting to, those are very serious allegations, because our party, All India Trinamool Congress, is having the boot list of the assembly elections of 2002.
You just made a claim in the previous question about rallies for Mamata Didi. I, on the other hand, last year witnessed rallies all over Calcutta and other cities when the RG Kar Medical College rape took place, if you remember. And there, for a long time, the feelings of doctors, of Bhadro Mahila and Bhadro Lok were that Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, is actually not taking serious not leading to serious investigation and protecting the head of the institution against whom there are charges. We saw literally lakhs of doctors and nurses, and you must have seen that because you probably watch a lot of Bengali channel as well. It was all over the country. So rallies against Mamata Didi by women and by doctors. So what do you have to say to that? Were there rallies or not?
Can I have the privilege of answering it in a few lines?
No, just say were there rallies or not?
First, let me tell you.
Were there rallies or not?
Rallies, but there are two things.
Protests against Mamata Didi.
One is a spontaneous rally. That comes from eternal, from inside.
Absolutely.
The other is the sponsored rally that we have witnessed.
You are saying
here.
what happened in
Certainly
against
sponsored rally,
Artika was
because
sponsored.
people who are standing or who are speaking in for the Arjika issue in favor, against us.
But doctors,
Against us. Let me tell you,
nurses,
the face of a protest in my town was somebody who later got himself embroiled into a POSCO case.
oh,
So these were the persons.
Who was the person? Name.
I would name that because yours is a national channel. I would name that. But these were the persons who were criticizing our government.
Okay.
So what type of persons indulge in that protest is clear from this aspect. Next, it was our Honorable Didi who the very next day morning ordered for an inquiry, because the incident took somewhere around the night or midnight. I don't know the exact timings since I am not the investigating officer. We go all by the reports. She instituted an inquiry. The findings were done. The very morning the culprit was arrested. What the CBI was doing? That is my question. What the CBI was doing? It is my categorical question. They investigated every aspect. They failed to multiply or even add something incremental to that investigation. They also accepted, and that was the thing put forward to the court of law. The court of law had delivered the justice. Now just tell me one thing, people are telling.
Let's move away from here to a bigger,
just 30 seconds.
political
Just 30
question.
seconds. Those persons who were accused and later punished by the court of law, they were not in any way related to the Trinamool Congress. They were other citizens, they are citizens of this country.
Why were they arrested, Dr. Saab? Why did Mamata Didi just sit there and this gentleman, whoever was heading that institution, was allowed to carry on for so long?
It's not that. The principal culprit.
Did she make a mistake there?
Certainly not. Certainly not. Tell me, if you are a principal, I won't take your example, if you are a principal of a school, a crime is committed, can I hold yourself responsible? No.
No.
Until I found a prima facie case against you.
No, but if the investigation is going on and if there are allegations against the person, she should have told him to step down. But hang on, this is not the big subject here. The big subject is, and you have been in the BJP, so you know the answer better. The BJP is sitting on a solid 40% vote bank since 2019. In 2021, when it did not perform very well, it only won 77 seats. It still got 38.5% of the vote, which means that the BJP is a formidable rival of the Trinamool. And now that we look at it from another perspective, we see that Mamata Didi is losing a little bit on her Muslim vote bank, is losing a bit on her Matua vote bank, and then there is 15 years of anti-incumbency. So, even if theoretically, is it possible that in this election, the BJP, with its massive election machine, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi ka chehra, can they give a drubbing to the Trinamool in 2026?
I must say drubbing is a very harsh word for us.
Achha, really?
I would rather say not even a fight, because people had been witnessing Modi ji ka Nurani chehra right from 2012, but there has been no change in the mandate.
You were in the party at that time in BJP.
I was in the party in the BJP, it is correct. But as I told you, why 79 lakhs Indian people have left their citizenship is a big issue. Why people are dropping Indian citizenship.
What does that have to do with you switching parties like Shubhendu Adhikari? You are, in a word, you are what they call Ayaram Gayaram.
Certainly not. Because in 2020, people was joining the BJP and I went against the tides. So there was something, there was something ideological which pushed me forward in the tide. And I am part of that movement right now, and I am proud that they have accepted me as part of the movement in the process of providing justice to all, equality to all, economic justice to all, and religious justice to all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Debashish Sarkar. It was a real pleasure to hear you on this subject. We have run out of time, and thank you. We had a wonderful chat, and we will continue this conversation in further programs with several leaders. We'll come back to Dr. Debashish Sarkar again in the future. Keep watching Bengal Mein Khela Hobe by NDTV. Thank you again. Namaskar.